Hey, with the recent meltdown on Wall Street, you'll probably want to pay closer attention to your credit card. That's because the crisis has a direct impact on your buying power. Now, here to explain is nationally syndicated radio host and the watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning. I think everybody wants some of that cold medicine at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. It would dull the pain a little bit. Okay, so credit cards. We need to talk about this because I think it's hard for people to understand how all this, highfalutin Wall Street news is going to affect them and their credit cards.
Okay, it's difficult right now, and this is the problem we're having. Take the stock market, put it aside. Credit crunch. What it means is banks are not lending with one another.
Right.
That hurts individuals. It hurts small businesses. If you're a mom and pop store and you got to stock your shelves for Christmas,
right,
and you go to the bank and you need to get money and you can't get it, oh, it hurts right now. And that's what the governments are trying to do. They're trying to free up the credit markets.
Sure.
They're trying to allow people to have access to capital. It's hurting car loans, it's hurting mortgages, and we're in a freeze right now. It's like Minnesota in the middle of winter.
And it's freezing, and we need liquidity, and liquidity when it's frozen is bad.
Actually, I just heard a little birdie told me right before we came on that I think that the ECB, the Fed, and the European markets lowered their rates, so that might be a good thing to help free things up.
Okay. Now, talk a little bit about 401ks and stuff like that, because I know people are freaking out right now. They're losing their savings. They're like, what should I be doing?
I got an idea. Everybody's afraid of bears. My daughter especially, she's only 3 years old. Afraid of bears. Bear markets you got to embrace like a teddy bear.
Okay.
Because bear markets should be your best friend as an investor. Bear markets are fantastic. They're great because you buy things on the cheap. I know it's painful now. It stinks now. You're opening up your account statement. You're like, ouch, it was worth this much a month ago. Can't think of it that way. If you've got a long-term time frame, now's the time you want to be buying.
All right. Now, finally, you're wonderful at explaining things in a very crisp way, and I wanted to ask this question because I don't think a lot of people are hearing enough about the marketing or the accounting concept of mark-to-market.
Mark-to-market, okay.
And explain to us when we hear that what that means.
Okay, I've got a baseball card. One of my favorite baseball players of all time, let's say Lou Piniella.
Right.
And I got his rookie baseball card. And in the book, it says it's worth this. It's only worth that if somebody's willing to pay me for it.
Right.
And that's the problem right now, is that you have all these houses, all this stuff out there on these balance sheets that nobody really wants to buy right now because, remember, credit is frozen.
Right.
If someone came up to me and said, you know what, Chris, put a gun to my head here and said, you know what, you got to sell your house by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, what price would I get for that house?
Not very much.
Probably not a very good one.
No.
And that's what's happening.
Okay, see, this guy's good. He knows how to explain this stuff.